Hey, Max here. We got the meta report. We're going to do offense, defense. We're going to try and go through a little quickly since there's a lot to get through in the meta. It seems pretty stock, okay? Kind of what we expected. Bunch. I'm not actually seeing a lot of tight this year. I think people tried it early, tight doubles, regular tight. I'm in the Jets playbook on offense here, which I think is the number one meta. I see some West Coast too. But yeah, tight offset, tight end. It doesn't look that good this year, so it's kind of nerfed from last year, but I think gun bunch, it's got strong offset and gun bunch are kind of what I'm seeing on the Jets a lot. We have a 3-3, $3-3-5 on defense. We'll go through those in a second, but with bunch, it's kind of standard, right? The tight ends, the corner routes they can have, it's kind of wild because, on all pro at least, all Madden hurt us a little bit better with quarterback inaccuracies. A lot of deep routes just get misthrown, and the defense oftentimes doesn't have to worry about them. But in bunch, and I want to say this before we get too much further into the video, subscribe or become a member of this channel. Not only to support myself, but I have an ebook out there on the spread offense. So a little off meta, some crazy cheese that we can run out of that. But I'll put out the defensive one here soon that, some things I'm going to show you that won't be in this video because they're a little bit more off meta as far as blitzes and everything. So it's basically bunch of every year, right? Gun bunch that we see a lot. I see some trips tight and offset. RPO alert bubble is very popular. 4 verticals is always a thing, and it's verticals play. When in doubt, verted out. Crossers, like PA crossers, are okay this year, I think. But really, it's kind of like a West Coast throw it short early. It's basically double drags in a post pattern. Because post patterns, for some reason, EA messed up deep safeties. They don't really play posts that well. By post, I mean shallow posts or like in routes, closer to in routes than anything than like a skinny post. Okay, so it's sad, but that's kind of the way it is. This Y trail play is really good against a lot of coverages over here in gun bunch strong offset. I'm not going to show off too much of it because that's what the ebooks on the channel membership are for. But for example, just go like right here, whether it's cover 3, cover 2, something like this. Yeah, throwing it short, and then obviously sometimes the corner route, because corner routes always are powerful. Sometimes if you don't have a clear out there, that will get picked. But otherwise, generally, just having a clear out corner route against zone coverage has been kind of the meta for quite some time, as it makes sense since it is football concepts. Yeah, poor accuracy throughout. So I just want to say good luck throwing corner routes, but really this kind of stuff is important. Just throw it, check down, drag. Kind of stuff like that. Throwing in the flats is very, very popular for good reason, as stuff like jukebox and stuff. I'll have a video on how to do insane jukes, but stuff like trying to get the ball on the Fred here, so that way I can show you how some of these jukes happen. Let me see if I can wait a little bit longer. There you go. Because some of this stuff, it's you can just juke so far, and you can do so well with jukebox specifically, both short and long jukes. We'll have like I said, a tutorial about that, but a lot of this stuff is just so very good to dot, because defensive backs aren't that good. Obviously, their stats are a little bit lower, but even something like Ed Reed, who has 90 zone, just doesn't react to the ball thrown near them, or doesn't really interact with the receiver, and it's very frustrating on defense. So it's an offensive year, even with the missed passes. So gun bunch is huge. I really think, even worse, stretches. Stretches are so good. So a lot of people go to this wing pair, stretch alert lookie, and then tight end attack. So that'll be their entire offense, and it is so very hard to stop, no matter what you have. I think basically if they give you the stretch tour, where they don't run the same stretch over and over, so a lot of run defenses now in 3-3 cub, and we'll show you, but guys get hooked quite often, right? You can get to the outside here, go ahead, spin up the field, and you can kind of just run, whether it's this one, whether it's this dive too. I don't know why it flipped when I switched plays, but it did. Okay, never mind. It didn't flip the play. It come on, audible again, dive. All right, we're gonna dive the ball. So stretch, dive, because the run blocking is so good in this year's game, and the moves are so good on the running back, that it's very easy to just win the game running for 200, 300 yards. I'm trying my hardest with some of the best players in the entire game, and it's impossible to stop the run, and then you still have the pass, right? There's so many good corner routes, drag routes, in routes. Tight end attack is dang near unstoppable. If you make the right reads in tight end attack, it's so very hard, specifically because you can like quick snap it. Like you go there. That's basically always open in coverages unless, you know, manned up. The Pitts route gets open. The running back route basically gets guarded by nothing. So you got that. And then, like, if they, depending on what coverage they play, you can throw an out route on the far left side of the field, although that's not nearly as consistent. But like a little baby out right there if you only need a couple yards. It's crazy how good offense is right now. Quarterback can just escape out the pocket too, even oftentimes with contains. That's why you get like Lamar Jackson. Even though I did a terrible job there, I thought I could stop and go on TJ Watt. But let me throw in like contains and stuff. Okay. So contains, even contains, right? Sometimes you can just outrun them. And I wasn't able to. Look at TJ Watt shutting me down. I think maybe, is it just double teaming the guy? Is that how you beat contain? All right, let me put contains back on. Is it just double teaming him? And then just, yeah, it's just double team and then you can just run outside the whole time. I haven't really done that much, but yeah, just double team the edge and then there is no contains in Madden 24. So it's just insane. How hard things are to guard with zone coverage and stuff, but we got abilities on the way, and I think EA is just hoping for abilities to fix their game. But right now, good luck on defense. Blitz and then drop guys off is the best thing I can do. So the defensive meta, there's basically three. I mean, there's a lot of defenses. Big nickel's nice, nickel normal, but basically what I see is 3-3 to 3-3 cub. Like, so you can have your linebackers in here. You can have your DBs here in 3-3. There's two things you can do in 3-3. Either you set up your audibles here, right? OLB blitz, Mike blitz, whatever you want. Sam Will blitz. So either you start in 3-3 and you run the loop blitz out of 3-3. So let's go to like gun bunch, which you see a lot on offense, of course. Let's just do Y curl. So you see either the loop blitz in 3-3 like it was last year. So basically you move your outside linebackers to get into these to them off the ball on contain angles. This isn't slow. Come on. So I'm having trouble on that one over there. But anyways, you can either do the loop like this and they come through. That's 5-on-5 it looks like. Or you audible over into like Sam Will or Might Blitz 0, depending if you want the zone or man version of it. I like to go up. So I don't know if I like to crash down or crash up yet, which one's more consistent. And then kind of like sit right here. And like even if they block, like, so that's, you know, obviously that's 5-on-5. So we're getting one through. It can be blocked. So what I'm talking about is like, you know, you audible over so that way you get your better players here. Why isn't he going there? What's happening here? All right. And my guys aren't spreading. I don't know what's going on here, but like anyways, I had to like, you know, move them back. Regardless, sometimes they will block the running back, which is fine, which means you got a free rush right here. You can just use a read if you want on the hover. And then if he blocks, then you can just go use it right there if you really want to be aggressive. Otherwise, you can use that middle linebacker to hover and win that way. That's basically what I'm seeing a lot of. Most of my opponents are in 3-3 or 3-3-5. Otherwise, some opponents will be in dollar. The good thing about dollar is that it's a fairly easy to run on this year. 3-3 is pretty good against the run. So a lot of people would go DB Fire 2, and then right here and let's just do dig return. So like it's basically this, and then you can even baseline it if you want, and then you just make adjustments here. The crazy thing about this year's game is it's also broken as far as things. So I'll just show you what dollar looks like here coming in. There you go. So that's sending 5 against 6 blockers, and it just got in because this game is terrible. And so that's been the meta for a few years now. They just randomly come in sometimes. And that's with like literally one of the best offensive lines you can have. 85 plus. I guess Thomas is only an 84. But I think the rest of my offensive line is Ramchek's 85. These are team builders. Pokic an 85. He's the base elite. But so it's not a bad offensive line. It's not the 86s, which are the highest overalls, but pretty close. So that's dollar. But luckily dollar, if you see somebody running that, you can kind of run against it. And I thought I audibled, but I hit the wrong button. So dollar, 3-3, 3-5. Something else I wanted to talk about here. Oh, maybe the run. halfback base. Because dollar can get run against, I don't actually see it as much. But you can run against most forms because for some reason guys get hooked. Oh yeah, one terrible thing. So let's go audible to like a wide set, 4 verticals. So what's crazy about this is, let's just go like this or something like that. Okay, so for example, do you see how, like, if this guy, oftentimes when the ball is on a hash, let's do it like this actually. When a ball is on a hash, this is one of the worst things in Madden to me. And it's something that you need to take advantage of, probably, if you want to, because it really gets people messed up. So, do you see how the defense, I'm going to base align press. Something like this. Okay. So, do you see how my outside guy is misaligned? JC Horn. Earlier today, my opponent had, I guess it was Sherman misaligned against my Chad Johnson. Similar speeds. I think they're the exact same. But basically, this misalignment right here, but because he's in a deep quarter, he can do a 180 and get back to that spot before the receiver gets the ball. Like, the receiver knows the snap. I mean, he's kind of far away to hear it. But regardless, somebody running straight should be able to beat that, even though it's not even aligned, to the spot versus the guy on the deep quarter. Oh. Was I? Oh. For some reason, practice mode starts you matched. It's obviously not going to work on a match coverage. I don't know why practice mode starts you in match coverage, which it doesn't do in the game. Just when you're trying to show something off. Let's do, what did I say, 4 verticals? Well, I don't forget what I was in. Let's do this. All right, base press. All right, same thing. Even though yeah, whatever it is, it shouldn't happen. See how, like, you can't get that over him? I don't know. Game's terrible. That's Devin Hester, fastest card in the game. JC Horn's, you know, no slouch, but I don't think he's as fast as Devin Hester. So, part of the meta. Take advantage of that. That's kind of what I've seen so far. Bad on defense. Those 3 forms. 3-3, 3-5 wide, dollar. I've seen a little bit of nickel and big nickel, but not enough to really make the meta report right now. Of course, my membership, I'll be going over things you'll be doing in that to take advantage of people. Then offense, a lot of offenses, bunch strong, bunch, and route concepts. And that's what I want to talk about with the meta report. Good luck out there. Good luck on defense specifically, because it's crazy. Become a member. Bye.